Everybody, how you doing today? A little noisy here in Atlanta, Georgia, where I am. Now, this video actually began in Kentucky when I visited the grave of Miss Elizabeth, the First Lady of Wrestling, back in August or September of 2021. So, I have, if you're not familiar with my channel, I have a lot of videos, tons of videos that I don't put up, that I'm working on, or I'm going to put up later time. Things come up with other videos. So I have a lot filmed that you haven't seen, and Miss Elizabeth's grave is one of them, and something I always wanted to do and pay tribute to Miss Elizabeth, who was, you know, a lot of people's first crush for sure. I was a very young boy watching Miss Elizabeth, and I thought she was just beautiful. So I had the video of visiting her grave, and then my friend Randy from Big Bake on the Move, he has a YouTube channel here on YouTube, and we were out filming yesterday. He was in Atlanta, and he said, when are you ever going to put up the Miss Elizabeth video? And I said, I'm not sure. I said, I want to get it, but I want to get it right. And he goes, oh, you're waiting to do the house too here. And I said, that's right. She passed away here in Atlanta. So I thought, well, I'm going to have to figure out a way to combine the two videos, because the other video I begin like a normal video where I'm saying, hello, how are you, that sort of thing, hey, what's going on, talking about Miss Elizabeth. So I may include that as the beginning, like the second part of the beginning, or I may just not use that footage, just go right to her grave. I'm not sure yet. I'm going to take you to the gym that she was working at when she passed away. It was owned by Lex Luger, who she was with at the time. Now, Miss Elizabeth was the First Lady of Wrestling and such a prominent part of the WWF in the mid to late 80s. I mean, the stuff with Randy Savage, with George Steele, with Hulk Hogan goes on. She was beautiful. She was, you know, they played like she was the mastermind, but she really, I mean, she graduated with a degree in communications, and then she was a very, very important figure in wrestling. And she died here of acute toxicity and alcohol, which is very, very sad. May 1st, 2003, at the age of 42. I'm going to show you the house, where it happened, tell you a little bit about what happened, and then go over to the gym and then try to figure out a way to edit in my footage of visiting her grave. Let's go and take a look at the house where Miss Elizabeth sadly passed away. Morbid, yes, but part of history. Let's go. In 1992, Randy Savage and Miss Elizabeth divorced. Randy Savage then entered the WCW, a competing league where he wrestled alongside Hulk Hogan. Miss Elizabeth returned to the mix, managing the pair at Clash of Champions before turning on her ex-husband a few weeks later. She brought their real-life divorce into play in another feud involving Ric Flair. When Macho Man experienced an injury in 1998, the pair finally split for good. Randy Savage returned in 1999 with a new valet on his arm, his real-life 23-year-old girlfriend, Gorgeous George. By then, Miss Elizabeth had begun her involvement on and off the screen with Lex Luger. Miss Elizabeth left the WCW when her contract expired in 2000 and began working at Lex Luger's gym here in Georgia. In April 2003, the two were involved in a domestic dispute. Lex Luger was charged with misdemeanor battery after police found Elizabeth with numerous bruises and cuts on her face. He was later released on bond. Only a few weeks later, on May 1st, 2003, Lex Luger called 911 to report that Elizabeth had stopped breathing.
She's laying on the floor. I tried to pick her up. I tried to...
Okay, what I want you to do, I want you to go over and see if she's breathing.
I can't tell. Please send somebody here who knows what they're doing.
I understand that, sir. I have somebody on the way. But if she's not breathing, you need to help her breathe. You need to find out whether or not she's breathing. Go over to her, roll her, put her on, sir.
Oh, my God. Oh, please send somebody.
Paramedics arrived at the townhouse and attempted to revive her, but she did not respond. She was taken to a nearby hospital where she was pronounced dead as a result of acute toxicity brought on by a mix of painkillers and alcohol. In her bloodstream, there was a mixture of painkillers, nausea medication, tranquilizers, and alcohol. Her blood alcohol level was recorded at 0.29. Anything above 0.25 is considered alcohol poisoning. Drug possession after police discovered steroids, synthetic growth hormones, testosterone, Oxycontin, and Xanax. He pled guilty to all charges and was subsequently fined, ordered to undergo periodic drug testing, and placed on 5 years probation. Lex Luger was never charged in connection with Miss Elizabeth's death, which was ultimately ruled accidental. So here I am in the Powers Ferry Center. There is a gym here, and I have one photograph, and the windows match up. However, it doesn't look the exact same, but I was speaking to a gentleman over here, and I won't bore you with me walking to it. I'll cut off right now and get to there. Now, the gentleman that works in that jiu-jitsu studio, he said that he had heard that there used to be a gym located in there a long time ago. He said in the early 2000s, which adds up to the timeline. However, the picture I have of Main Event Fitness, the windows are the same. So this is definitely the same plaza, but there was a structure coming out, and then there would have been a tall pole here, and then another part of the building sticking out here, which leads me to believe that that was not the location. Well, say what you want about me, but you can't say I'm not tenacious. There's the exact location right there. Completely matches up. You got the awning, that's a different color. That you can see in the picture, and the old sign that was right there. And that's the building in the background I was looking for. And I actually drove by this, and I thought, no, it's got to be out front more. But nope. So that's where Main Event Fitness used to be, right there. Very cool. So I'm assuming the wrestlers would park down here in the underground garage, make their way up here, right in that part of the building right there. So I'm not sure how far deep in it goes, but yeah, that's it. Okay, now we're gonna go on to visit Miss Elizabeth over Kentucky.
Sometimes I don't want to wake up.
How's everybody doing today? Here I am in Frankfort, Kentucky, birthplace of Miss Elizabeth. And the final resting place of Miss Elizabeth, the First Lady of Wrestling, is right over here. I was a huge 80s wrestling fan when I was little, and I got to meet Miss Elizabeth, and I put pictures up on my Instagram and just played old interviews I did with Jack Tunney when I was a kid, the old president of WWF. And I'm going to see if I can find that picture of Miss Elizabeth. I know I have one of her still, probably, when she was walking. It was at a convention, like a wrestling convention where you get to meet them. And I don't know if the picture of myself with Miss Elizabeth is still around or where it is. And but I know that one photo remains. So I'm going to try to include that either here or check my Instagram whenever I upload this, and then, or after the fact. I would like to include that because it was nice. She was very sweet, very quiet, and yeah, I mean, I got to meet Randy Savage at the same time. They were together, and it was a huge moment. for me. Miss Elizabeth, born here in Frankfurt. She was so popular. I mean, she was beautiful. She had that smile, and everybody just loved Miss Elizabeth. And there was that whole thing about who's going to become Randy Savage's manager, and then she came out and she was going to be his manager, and it was just an incredible.
Oh my goodness! Is this a movie star? Who is this?
The George Animal Steele, having a crush on Miss Elizabeth, and that was the first that was the introduction of Randy Savage into the WWF. That was him feuding with George Animal Steele. Then, of course, the whole Hulk Hogan thing, where she was co-managing them. But her grave is right here. I'm going to take you over there right now. Let's go. It wasn't hard to find at all. Just when you come in, the main gates, you saw, just make an immediate kind of left and go up the first road. Well, actually, that's a one way. You got to go around, come down. And then Elizabeth is right here, right on the hill. Elizabeth Ann Hulette. November 19th, 1960 to May 1st, 2003. And sadly, she did die of acute toxicity, which is she was mixing vodka and prescription pills, sadly. And that's what claimed her life.
My goodness, take a look. What a surprise.
E and W, E plus W 1B2 is the section.
I can't believe, look at this. What a beautiful woman. My goodness. She is absolutely gorgeous. Oh my. Look at the smile. That is a gorgeous, gorgeous lady.
I've actually seen a few Hulettes. There's one right over there, if you can see where that heart is, and there was one just up on the hill as well. I would imagine family members, because as I said, she was from here, 1960, 61 years ago. She'd be turning 61 this year if she was still with us. So probably lots of family members are here as well. Wow, it's hot in Kentucky in the summer, as you probably know, and I'd be remiss if I didn't mention that Daniel Boone is here as well. Maybe take a look at his grave just as we leave. And that was my visit to Miss Elizabeth's grave. I've got lots more visiting a lot of 80s wrestlers that I idolized and worshipped. Sadly have passed away, a weird amount of them. And I plan on visiting lots of their graves. So keep watching, and I'm going to try to pay tribute to as many as I can. Thanks for watching. Peace to Miss Elizabeth. My first crush. Everybody's first crush, right? We all loved her. Oh boy. Hope she's resting peacefully. Peace out. As I've gotten through the cemetery, about to leave, and I thought, well, I'm gonna go take a look at Daniel Boone's grave. I thought I would definitely include in the video, because you got to see this view. His grave is off to the side. Daniel and Rebecca Boone. And there's stories that I've read before, and this is just from my memory. I didn't look up anything. That he's not actually buried here. There were conspiracy theories that he actually was in Missouri. But I don't know how much of that is true, and just like I said, conspiracy theories. But take a look at this before we take a look at the grave. This is high up above. Wow. Look at this. There's beautiful historic downtown Frankfurt, right straight ahead. Unbelievable. Let's go around towards the grave. It reads here, Daniel Boone's grave. Born 1734, died 1820, entered Eastern Kentucky 1767, explored Bluegrass region 1769 to 1771. Guided Transylvania Company, blazed Wilderness Trail, built Fort Boonesboro in 1775. Directed defense of the fort, 1778, emigrated to Missouri, 1799, reinterred with wife Rebecca in Frankfurt Cemetery, 1845. Let's see if it says anything on the other side. The same thing. But there, right there, that would be the Daniel Boone's grave. Wow. That is quite the monument. A lot of mixture in the cemetery. Oh, it says his wife's name on the back, Rebecca right there. A big mixture of old, really ultra modern, new headstones, and lots of older ones. It's a really cool cemetery, interesting to see, and lots of, I saw some younger people over near where Miss Elizabeth was, and it was very, very sad, and with their pictures on it, and that's just heartbreaking. I saw a really massive one, the statue of the guy, and he only passed away about 10 years ago, and it really just heartbreaking. See, only 21 years old did he pass away. And you see this view here. Stunning. Just at the grave of Daniel Boone.